Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the Bay Corner. Today's video we are going to be doing a collection video. And I will be getting one more Bay on Wednesday, so most definitely this is not going to be how this is not how it's gonna look like on Wednesday when I get that Bay. But it's only just one Bay that I'm not gonna be part of this collection video, so I don't really mind it that much. So let's get into the collection, starting with the launchers. But first, here is the main stadium you see in all of my videos, and it's the only currently the only X stadium I have. But I will most likely get the portable stadium once it comes out, and when I do, I'll do a review on it. Now let's get on to the launchers. Here are all the launchers I have. Starting off, we have the basic black standard ripcord launcher we have for pretty much the first few Beyblade X releases. Then we got my anime accurate Beyblade X launcher, including with the battle pass, with the launcher grip and the ripcord. Then we got the Dran Buster ripcord launcher. Then we got the Leon Claw ripcord launcher. And then we got the Hell's Hammer winder launcher. And then we have the whole launcher from the the Samurai Saber set, complete with the rubber grips and the green ripcord. Honestly, I love this launcher simply because of how it just is. It's just like a sword launcher from Beyblade Burst, which I think is how I was trying to emulate, simply because of like multi-dialogue in the anime and when it described like the ripcord looking like a sword. Okay, but yeah, I don't have a little bit too much for that. Then we got the two string launchers, one left, one right. This one comes from the Cobalt Dragoon set, and this is by far the only left spin launcher I have, and pretty much the only left spin launcher that is to exist right now until we get the 25th anniversary set. And then we have the Phoenix Wing ripcord launcher that I got from the Phoenix Wing set. Now we're gonna get on to the extensive list of bays. And here are all the bays I have in the collection. Keep in mind that these bays aren't all conclusive, because I do have a broken Wizard Arrow, green Wizard Arrow, which I have a Hasbro one over here. This also doesn't include the broken bits that I've had. So let's get this started. Starting off with Dran Buster. This is my personal favorite attack bay because of it's a blue dragon and it's like one-hit KO shape, which I also like. Then we have Hell's Hammer. This one's gotten to me as a Christmas gift, and I reviewed this not too long ago. So if you guys want to see my proper review on each part, go check out that video. Then we have my Hell Scythe 380 ball. This was one of the first things I got when I came to Beyblade X, because I got this along with the Dran Sword, a Hell Scythe, which are down here. I got this along with the Red Knight Shield and Green Wizard Arrow, which are over here. The Hasbro one isn't the one I originally got, and I got a Red Knight Shield. And there's not much I have to say on this. Then we got Rhino Horn, which this is the Hasbro version, but then again, there isn't really much difference between the Hasbro version and the Takara Tomy version. Rhino Horn, I could use it for attack combinations, but it would depend on what type of usage I would use for it, but Then we got the Blue Knight Shield. Overall, this is my favorite looking defense type because of like the look of the shield. And also, I just like the blue coloration of this Knight Shield. Next bay we got is Steel Samurai, which has a completely different color scheme than the Takara Tomy and the Samurai Saber, which I don't understand why they did the color change. This makes it look like a different blader wielded Steel Samurai, and then Tenka decided to adopt the Samurai and use it as their own bay. But overall, I like Steel Samurai simply because of the stock combination. not a stock combination, just the colors that they chose for the stock combo. Next one is Night Shield, 460, and Needle. Now, you might be wondering why this combination has the Wizard Arrow, the green Wizard Arrow combination. That's because with the original 480 and the taper bit that came with this one, I decided to use the original pinkish 480 for a custom, but I ended up not repairing it. Then the taper bit for this one also just broke, which is why I excluded the broken bits. But yeah, that is that, and that is the Red Knight Shield. Next one is the Orange Wizard Arrow from the Hell's Chain deck set, which I do have a Hell's Chain here, but it's Chain Incendio from the Hasbro 2-pack. Honestly, I like this coloration. It reminds me much more of like a flame type spell Wizard Arrow, and I kind of like that. Next baby we got is a Leon Crest. Arguably, this is one of my personal favorite defense types, simply because it reminds me of a Fang Leon from Metal Fight, because of the tip shape and overall just the look of it. I just love it. Next we got Phoenix Wing, which is still kind of a heavy hitter in the meta, but honestly, if you can see how many scratches this thing has, I haven't played this with this as much as many bladers, but this is still like a blade worthy to play. The 960 ratchet overall is a ratchet I mostly use when it comes to like competitive testing. The Gear 5 bit is also just like a really fun bit to use. Overall, Phoenix Wing is honestly just one of another personal favorite bay of mine, but I do like the blue Phoenix Wing more than the red one. As you can see, it's on my profile picture. Then we got Shinobi Shadow, a bay that I got simply just because of the fun of it. I like Shinobi Shadow for its look, but the weight and the overall performance of this is overall just kind of garbage. But honestly, I just kind of like the look of this. Next bay we got is the Unicorn Sting 370 dot from the Black Shell Random Booster. Honestly, I like the red Unicorn Sting simply because of how it looks, and you know, it could be used like as an attack version of like it could be Unicorn Strike or something like that, Unicorn Horn, something like that. I don't know. Next bay we have is the Green Wizard Arrow. It's honestly just like the one from the deck set, so I don't really have much to say about this. It's pretty decent as a defense combination because, you know, since the blade of Wizard Arrow is around, it could easily, you know, deflect certain hits, but because of the sides over here that could cause some recoil, it could get thrown around. So honestly, I don't know if I could count this as a good defense combination. Next bay over here is going to be Cobalt Dragoon. Overall, I like Cobalt Dragoon simply because of its look. 260 is not that good of a ratchet. If we learned anything from the Samurai Saber review, two-sided ratchets are garbage. But 260, for some reason, it doesn't burst as much as my 270 does. Then again, it's like a lower height ratchet, but still, people say the two-sided ratchets are bad. 260 for me has yet to burst. Yeah, it has been close to bursting at one point during the review of Cobalt Dragoon, but yeah, it didn't burst. Yeah, overall, I like Cobalt Dragoon for simply what it is. Then we have Leon Claw. Nizuma stands with me, but yeah, honestly, I just think Leon Claw is like a decent bait at best. It's like its weight isn't that impressive, but the point bit and the 560 ratchet definitely give it some type of thing to cling on to, because, you know, it's just good. I just kind of like this little thing, but I don't like it as much as other bays. Next we got is a Chain Incendio, or Hell's Chain. 560 high taper. High taper is a little too aggressive for me. This seems like a more attack based Hell's Chain, attack based Hell's Bay, despite it being more balance-based, considering the upper blades are used as an attack type thing, and the lower type one is supposed to be for the like defense-oriented, I think. Yeah, like the defense-oriented thing. But honestly, I like the look of Hell's Chain. It's just like a cool looking bay. Next bay we have is Drawn Dagger from the Tyranno Beat Random Booster. I like this look of a Drawn Dagger. It looks like just like a regular, an orange dragon. 470 is like a decent ratchet in my opinion. It could be used in certain combinations to some benefit. It's also good to get another point bit. It's also great to get another point bit because you know, point is just a good bit overall. Moving on, we got the final Hasbro exclusive for this collection. We have Talonterra. Talonterra is just a remodeled Viper tail, but honestly, I also like the look of this one, and I also like the color scheme that they chose for it, simply because of, you know, the look of it. I just like the pterodactyl motif in the middle. Yeah, I could keep rambling on this for minutes and minutes on end, but honestly, I just like it. And then we have one of the first bays I got for Beyblade X, or yeah, pretty much one of the first ones actually. Dran's Sword. This one has a lot of like just wear and tear, just wear on the blade, which is more accurate to use for a stamina or defense type combination. But still, Dran's Sword's combination is still pretty good. Like, the flat bit is still kind of competitive. I haven't been to tournaments, so I don't know the competitive usage of flat. But honestly, I still think flat is a good bit. And then we have 360, which is still, I think it's still prominently used in the meta. Dran's Sword, I don't see, or I don't know if it's still being used in the competitive meta because it's like the first X bay ever. But I still think it's a good bay simply because of like how it looks, and it still holds up as like one of my personal favorite Beyblade X bays. Then we have Scythe Incendio, or Hell Scythe. Honestly, this bay is just also one of my personal favorites because of the competitive usage. My video stopped recording. My video cut off, but yeah. Continuing on what I said, the Hasbro meta favored Hell Scythe first because, you know, this came out before the Wand Wizard came out, so yeah. Honestly, I like the look of Hell Scythe simply because of how it's just like a fiery skull, and I like the taper bit as well. Taper is one of my favorite bits as well, and yeah, just like the look of it. Finally, we have Samurai Saber, my most recent addition to the collection. Honestly, I like Samurai Saber simply because it's a samurai. Similar reason on how I like the Steel Samurai. But yeah, honestly, 270 is one of the worst ratchets in my collection, simply because it bursts to Cobalt Dragoon, which had a 260, which two-sided ratchets are not that good according to the community. Samurai Saber kind of has a good motif. But my main gripe with Samurai Saber is just the gimmick itself. The blades should lock in place when they're when they're spun out like this, and they should go back. They should stay out like this during the battle, and they should push back in when they should stay out like this. No, they should stay in like this in the beginning of the battle, or out like this. I can't make up my mind. But if they want the multi-hit in the beginning of the battle, they should have it like this. But if in the middle of the battle, it goes into this. But level's a very special part. Level is arguably one of my favorite bits, simply because of how it functions. It could be like points, like it could be docile in the center when it loses stamina, but in the beginning part of the battle, it's just like a gear flat. It's so good. And it will be used in a future testing video, or combo tested video, basically turning Hell's Hammer into an attack type. So, if you guys want to see that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And that's pretty much it. And that's my entire Beyblade X collection, going from the bays to the launchers to the stadium. So, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tune in next time. Goodbye, folks.